want to be able to own a home.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, under Kamala, it requires $135,000 a year to own a home. Under Trump, it was $75,000 a year.
That's facts. That's facts, man.
Hello.
Hello. I just kind of had a few questions, and I'm coming to you, like, respectfully, because I have no intention of being rude or anything, despite what you may think. I will be voting for the Democratic Party. Hold your booze. Hold your booze. I was,
You kind of invited them, honestly.
Yeah, probably,
Just get them out, guys. Get it out.
Yeah, but it's okay. I don't really care.
All right, now enough. Stop it.
Yeah, no, but I don't really care. Because honestly, I feel like...
Be nice, guy.
The only way to unite the country is to unite the parties. Even though you disagree on some things, you're not going to get anything better unless you come together. So I kind of don't understand why y'all turn against each other, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. I have multiple things. Because, like, 3 days ago, I had no intention of voting whatsoever. Because I had heard what my friend said about the Democratic side. Can you please shut up while I'm talking?
Oh, wow. She is not playing no games. She's not playing no games. I just want to touch on this topic right here. I don't think it's best to get majority of your political opinions from your friends. I'm not saying you shouldn't get any of them. What I'm saying is you should research things yourself. First thing is you and your friends do not have the same worries, and you and your friends do not have the same circumstances. They may worry about the economy while you worry about, for example, reproductive rights. You just may have different concerns. So if that's the case, if you're only listening to their rhetoric, you're kind of looking at politics from their perspective. I don't think that's right. You should develop your own sense of political identity, and you'll learn more that way because you're only hearing it from one perspective, being your friend. You will never learn things that they may not tell you. Another thing is she seems very passionate about her voting for the Democratic side, so I want to know exactly what made her vote for Democrat in this election. But let's continue.
Just don't let it get to you, please. Continue.
Okay, because it's just disrespectful. But so I had people telling me about the Democratic Party, like different stuff. They were like, "This is good because of this," and then I had my family. They're like, "Well, Trump's good because of this." So then I just started researching, literally 3 days ago, and I fell down this whole like rabbit hole of so much stuff. That's why I will be voting for the Democratic Party.
Can I ask you, and it's not your question, what did you find persuasive enough to convince you to vote for Democrats?
Well, so you talked about Trump creating safe cities, safe streets, just a safe country, but you know about his rally where he said that he wants 1 full day of police retaliation to eradicate crime. You know about that? Are you familiar with the Night of Broken Glass? Kristallnacht? World War II? Are you familiar with that?
Well, I'm intimately familiar. I'm trying to understand the connection. Are we doing the Nazi thing again, or like are we, like?
There's honestly.
So crime was lower under Trump than under Kamala and Joe Biden. So I'm not like much lower. Violent crime was substantially and sizably lower in every major metro area and every major state.
Okay, I'll give you that one, because, like I said, I just started researching like 3 days ago.
For sure.
I'm not like everybody else here. Where
That's fine.
You started researching 3 days ago. Okay. Question. If you started researching 3 days ago, why are you so adamant that you're voting Democrat? If you started researching 3 days ago. I think that's a fair question. I would assume you would be more open to both sides, but I guess not.
I've just been plotting this all.
But tell me what,
you know.
it's not your question. I just want to know, as someone who does this for a living, because then I can get better. What did you find that you're like, now I'm voting for the Democrat Party? What made that click?
Okay, so the thing with me was my mom kept telling me, oh, go look at the websites. You have to look at the political party websites. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'll look at those too. And so I did, even though those are the most biased sources you're going to get because they're, you know. I was looking under economy because that's everyone's main argument about Trump. They're like, oh, well, I don't like him, but I like his policies. So I wanted to look at his policies. So then I did, and they were a little too strangely similar to the ones I was looking at the Democratic Party. So I'm like, how am I supposed to know which one to believe? Like you're saying.
Good question. It's a great question. So which one did it better for 4 years? Kamala and Joe or Trump?
Are we not under Trump's tax policy right now? Till 2025?
Well, first of all, tax policy is a small part of economic policy. I mean, Joe Biden.
We're going to go into $2 trillion in debt by 2028 because of his tax policy.
That's actually not true.
It actually is true.
No, actually, so what the tax cut actually did is spur economic growth. And what you're talking about is not annualized deficits. You're talking about cumulative debt over 7 to 8 years. But you know what the tax cuts did? It actually cut your taxes. It was the largest middle class tax cut in American history. Now, I just want to ask a question. It's not a trick question. 75% of Americans say the economy was better under Trump.
Were we not under Obama's tax policy? And plus the pandemic, that's not really normal. So of course,
people always say Obama's tax policies. I actually looked into that. Trump had a tax policy that he set into place until 2025. They were under Trump's tax policy during the majority of Trump's presidency. Another thing is, why do people automatically accredit all the good things that happened during Trump's presidency to Obama when Donald Trump became president? There was an exponential growth in America's GDP. There was an exponential growth in the job market, or people finding jobs, and there was a downward spiral of unemployment when Donald Trump became president after Obama. If it was Obama's economy, wouldn't it be stagnant when Donald Trump became president? Wouldn't it just remain the same? Why did it face upward, an upward trajectory? It didn't start going down, honestly, until the pandemic, which it was a pandemic. What can you say? So when people say that, I think that whole rhetoric is just, who started that? Because it's factually not true. It's factually not true. Another thing is, Donald Trump did economic things during his presidency that had nothing to do with Obama. And during those 4 years, those things did not super negatively impact the country. They didn't. Inflation for housing didn't go up. So was everything good just President Barack Obama? And if you do think that, I can argue that everything good in today's economy is because of Donald Trump. But obviously that's not true. So why do people just assume these things are just perfectly happening because of Obama?
Of course, the economy is going.
Well, hold on. You got to stop with this like Obama, Trump. You have to take ownership of your administration. So Trump will take ownership. He had the lowest unemployment. Wages were going up. No inflation. Housing boom. Why is that? He kept energy prices low, cut tax for middle-class families, got rid of stupid regulation, and we saw an economic renaissance. And American people remember how good that economy was, guys? It was amazing. And we don't have that now.
So would you say he's a good businessman?
Yeah, I mean, he's a multi-billionaire.
What about his multiple businesses that have went into bankruptcy?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're going to fail sometimes when you do businesses. But
10 times?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's 78 years old. I mean, how many billions have you made?
You know, he was also born into it.
Well, he was not born a billionaire. He was given a couple $1 million, but turning a couple $1 million into $6 billion is like the greatest ROI in the history. And by the way, not only that, he helped redefine the Plaza Hotel, the Grand Hyatt, the Trump Hotel, the Trump Doral. I mean, some of the greatest properties you could imagine. It's a pretty impressive business record, I would say. But that doesn't matter. Was he a good president? Of course he was.
Okay. So another thing that also is kind of like skewing my vote. So everyone keeps telling me, oh my God, like everything he's saying is being taken out of context. He doesn't really mean it. Okay, so he didn't mean it when he said that he wants generals like Hitler had.
He never said that.
Did he not?
He did not. It's been completely debunked, and 3 people around him said that is a complete fabrication.
Definitely.
Let me ask you a question. What do you want to do with your life?
Honestly, I haven't quite figured it out, which I know you're going to say college is a scam. You
What
don't know
studying?
what you're doing. Clinical laboratory science and psychology with a minor in criminal justice.
So you want to be able to own a home?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, under Kamala, it requires $135,000 a year to own a home. Under Trump, it was $75,000 a year.
That's facts. That's facts, man. Whether or not you want to say it's because of Kamala or because of Donald Trump, whether or not we're pointing blame, what he said is facts. And I know that because I am very serious about owning a home. I want to own a home. But it's just hard, man. It's really difficult. But anyways, you want your degree to pay. You want your degree to have a good return on investment. But right now, the job market is terrible. The housing market is bad. It's just not that good. And if you're a young adult, if you're any adult, you should be focused on this stuff. It directly impacts your life and it will impact your kids' lives, man. I'm gonna be honest. So hopefully we can get around this. Hopefully, this turns around.
Interesting. I kind of just don't.
You care about ending war? Yeah, war's bad.
Did he actually end war?
Yeah, it was the first president in 32 years for no new wars for 4 years.
Interesting.
New war under Obama, new war under Bush, new war under Clinton, new war under Biden. No new wars under Donald Trump 4 years.
Right. So hold on, I had another point. I had a lot. I've been.
Let me ask you this: what would change your vote for Trump, if anything?
Probably a lot. It would probably take a lot, because I mean the fact that he hasn't won the popular vote both terms that he ran, it's.
You know what that's like saying? That's like saying, well.
Which is ironic because he just won the popular vote yesterday, a convincing win, very, very, very convincing win. I don't think it wasn't close. I'm gonna just say that it wasn't close at all.
I know the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I totally get that, but did you guys know that the Ravens, they got more yards? It's a completely irrelevant criteria. You run to win the electoral vote. It's like, no, but we kicked more field goals. Yeah, but did you have more points? So the Electoral College is the ultimate tally of points, not how many yards you get.
Right. Which, I mean, I'm still trying to follow ball and all that.
For sure, I get that.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Michaela.
I want to get to the next question. I want you to think about what we said. Try to follow some of our accounts. If not, that's fine. There's a lot of propaganda out there. Try to bring down the noise. And I will say this. Donald Trump has people around him, 2 former Democrats that ran for the presidency, Bobby Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard. Do you know who those people are? If not, that's okay.
No.
You should do research. They're former Democrats that ran for the presidency, and they're behind Trump because Trump is a ticket that's unifying the country and will make the country great again.
What about the 13 different people that worked alongside of him, including his vice president?
Yeah, the people he fired. I think it's awesome.
They are not with him.
No, I think it's awesome they're against him.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you know why they're against him? Because he's a threat to the system they represent. Because we're actually going to have a voice against the warmongers and the neocons and the corporate interests.
I think this was a very good video because I do think she was asking good questions. I obviously think she is going to vote leftist because she says she's going to vote Democrat. But I think if she's intellectually honest, these questions will really resonate with her because she was asking follow-up questions. I think if she's really going to be intellectually honest, she'll be like, oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys later.